In an exclusive interview with ANN7, ANC spokesperson Zizi Kodwa speaks on the current violence over the 2017 higher education fees hike. Kodwa categorically refutes calls for free education, saying those who can afford must pay for their education. Take a listen.
I think there are distortions about the ANC NEC statement. In the July NEC, we said, among other things, because there was a consultation that was going on done by the minister in the department, we set the principle of no fee increment, which was a principle of 2015, for 2016. It must remain in place to allow chance for engagement, consultations and so on. So at some point the minister had already completed his consultation. That's why he made an announcement. But secondly, the ANC never said, let's have a moratorium, we'll wait until the commission and so on. But the Youth League is at liberty, as a structure of the ANC, to engage its own mother body, to engage its Minister of Higher Education. So there are no contradictions. But what is important is that for us, this is like a step forward to achieve free education, free quality education for the poor. And it's important to emphasize the point, because sometimes the policy is distorted. The policy is not designed for free education even for people who can afford. It's free quality education, particularly for the poor, because government must then assist the poor. All our policies, not only higher education, are designed, among others, to help the poor, because those who can afford services, who are not in a welfare state, must then be allowed to pay for services, including education. Well, that's what is important. If you look at the Balancing Act our government was to, if you look at the backlogs, whether it's in human settlement, whether it's safety net, in terms of social grant, in terms of jobs, these are the issues that if you consider them in totality, we've got huge challenges. And it's important that in the Balancing Act, although education remains an apex in terms of our priorities, but we couldn't take every money we have from the fiscals and give it to education. But government will have to balance, because there's got to be money for education. There's got to be money progressively, as we have done since 1994. We must introduce elements of higher education, free, particularly for the poor, because no child must be denied access to education as a right because of a financial background. Students have got all right to protest. But I think what is emerging, which is quite disturbing, is a destruction of property. And they are destroying the legacy of many generations and heritage of many students, generation that must come. They won't find universities because those universities will be flat. The levels of destruction are worrying to us. And I think student leaders and student population must take responsibility. There are platforms to engage, student councils, student bodies themselves through SRCs are co-governors in different institutions. But destruction of property is not the way to go.